What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Fantasy Tomorrow. Today we're going to be talking about all of the injuries that we need to keep an eye on for Week 15. It's the first week of the playoffs for many of us, and man, there are a ton of injuries. So let's go ahead and just jump right into all of them. Let's start out with just the injuries that are more major and are going to last for a couple of weeks. And there's only one right now that we really should be keeping an eye on, or that is new on the radar. And that is Elijah Moore, wide receiver for the Jets. He has a quad injury. He was placed on IR over the weekend, and he's going to miss at least 2 more games. But they're hopeful that they will get him back for the end of the season. All right, so now let's move on to all of the injuries that we have to watch out for this week, and there are a ton of them. Starting with quarterbacks, Josh Allen of the Bills has a foot injury. In fact, it's considered a foot sprain. He's considered day-to-day, which is a promising report after showing up in a walking boot post-game. So good news for Allen. Now, Aaron Rodgers of the Packers still has that toe injury. In fact, he suffered a small setback in Week 14's game, so we'll definitely want to see how he progresses this week. Lamar Jackson of the Ravens has an ankle sprain, but fortunately it's not a high ankle sprain, so there is a chance that he could actually play this week. Jalen Hurts of the Eagles has an ankle injury as well, but he is coming off of his bye week and is expected to be fully healthy for this week's game. Taylor Heinicke of the Washington football team has a knee injury, but he is also expected to be okay and shouldn't miss any time. Moving on to running backs, Austin Eckler of the Chargers suffered an ankle injury, but it's reportedly not too serious, but with the game being on Thursday night for the Chargers this week, Eckler's status is definitely one we will want to watch closely. Elijah Mitchell of the 49ers has a concussion and a knee injury, which we do not know a ton about. He missed Week 14. We'll definitely need more info about him. Darrell Henderson of the Rams has a thigh injury, but he also went on the COVID list on Sunday, so we'll definitely want to see if he can clear protocols. Damien Harris of the Patriots has a hamstring injury. The Patriots are coming off of their bye week, so we'll definitely want to see if he is able to practice this week. Deandre Swift of the Lions has a shoulder injury, which caused him to miss Week 14. We'll definitely want to see if he can make any progress. And Jamaal Williams, his teammate, has COVID, which caused him to miss Week 14. We'll definitely want to see whether he can clear protocols in time for Week 15. Myles Gaskin of the Dolphins also went on the COVID list while the Dolphins were on their bye week. We'll definitely want to see whether he can actually come back and make progress. In fact, the entire Dolphins running back room right now is all on the COVID list, so we'll definitely want to keep an eye on that situation. Miles Sanders of the Philadelphia Eagles has an ankle injury. They're coming off their bye week. In fact, Sanders re-aggravated this injury in Week 13. We'll definitely see whether he's able to rest up and get healthy and will be able to play this week. Chase Edmonds of the Cardinals has an ankle injury as well. He could come off of IR this week. He was a game time decision in Week 14, so we'll definitely want to watch and see whether he can make any progress. Michael Carter of the Jets has an ankle injury too. The good news is that he is expected to come off of IR and return for the Jets this week. Kareem Hunt of the Browns has an ankle injury, and Hunt is actually unlikely to play this week. Tony Pollard of the Dallas Cowboys has a foot injury. He missed Week 14. We'll definitely want to watch his progress for this week. Mark Ingram of the Saints had COVID. He missed Week 14 because of that. We'll want to watch and see whether he can clear protocols. And finally, we'll move on to some wide receivers. Adam Thielen has an ankle injury. He missed Week 14. It's a high ankle sprain, so there's a chance that he could miss more time. We'll definitely want to watch him. Keenan Allen of the Chargers had COVID. He missed Week 14. And the Chargers have that Thursday night game, but Keenan Allen is expected to return in time for that game, which is good news, but we'll still want to keep an eye on him. Terry McLaurin of the Washington football team suffered a concussion in Week 14. We'll definitely need to watch and see whether he's able to clear protocol. A.J. Brown of the Titans has a chest injury, and there's a chance that he could come off of IR this week, which would be great. Emmanuel Sanders of the Bills suffered a knee injury in Week 14, and in fact, he's very likely out for Week 15. And now finally, the tight ends we need to keep an eye on. Darren Waller of the Raiders has a knee injury that's caused him to miss the past 2 weeks. We'll definitely want to watch him. TJ Hockenson of the Lions has a hand injury, which caused him to miss Week 14. We'll definitely want to see if he can progress. And finally, Tyler Higbee of the Rams got put on the COVID list right before Monday night's game in Week 14, and there's actually a chance that it's a false positive, so we'll definitely want to watch and see what happens with that one. But guys, that was just a ton of injuries, so you're going to need this review to keep track of them all as you make your waiver claims and set your lineups for the playoffs this week. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, drop us a like and a comment, and check out our Twitter and our Facebook. And also, go check out our other channel, Pretty Smart Sports. We're talking about all sorts of different sports stuff. But again, guys, thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.